Hello bros and welcome to another video. So we have an interesting situation right now. Me and all of my friends, the boys, we are going to a cabin which is 3 hours away from here. The ferry I'm going to take leaves for 1 hour. I haven't packed anything yet. I just came home from work. The other boys, they are driving since they didn't have to go to work today. I was finished at work at 17:15, so I just had to take the bus home, rush home and pack everything so I can go and take the ferry for 3 hours, and then the boys will come and pick me up with their boat, and basically we're just gonna have a good freaking time over at that cabin. Even though the ferry leaves in about 1 hour, I haven't even packed. I'm still taking the time to make a video, guys. So I'm not sure how much of the trip I will be filming, but I will bring the camera. I will try to film as much as possible, and of course this entire video won't be about the trip. There will be workout footage and all that good stuff later on in the video. Also some subscribers have asked me some questions in the previous videos, and they were very long, and the questions that I was supposed to answer had very long answers which I want to go in depth in, so I'm gonna answer them later on in the video. I think it's about 7 questions, so I'm gonna answer all of them. Also, what is going to be very exciting about this trip is the fact that I had just had 3 weeks with vacation, but because of Corona we weren't able to travel anywhere, and also I didn't do anything. I just moved into this new apartment, just got comfy in here and all of that. But now, since we got this trip to the cabin, I feel like this is finally like the summer vacation I need. So I'm looking very forward to that. Also, since I'm going to be competing again in the Norwegian Championship in November, so I'm gonna start prep soon. And because I haven't had like a proper vacation this weekend, I'm not gonna track any food. I'm just gonna go over there, drink some alcohol with my boys, eat some good food, hopefully some pizza and tacos. That's what I really crave right now. I really want some pizza and tacos. But now, boys, I've been using up way too much time talking to you guys, and I just need to start packing right now. I haven't even had time to put on the washing machine with some clothes, so I ran out of boxers. So I had to run to the sports shop and buy 3 new boxers for the trip. This is spontaneous shit. I love this. It's freaking awesome. So this right here is a wide angle lens. I thought I had lost it, but when I moved here I actually found it. So I'm gonna put this on and you guys can see the difference. I'm gonna bring this with me on the trip, because since it's a wide angle, it's a lot easier to get a big frame. You can put a camera a lot closer and it will film more of what's around you. So let's just try it on. Do you guys see what I mean? Like, look how much more you can see. This is the old camera. That's how it is. I can speak. That's how that was, and now it's like a different world. I think I'm gonna bring this with me. Damn. Pretty freaking cool lens. Glad I found it. And also this lens, when it focuses, it doesn't make that annoying sound the other one makes. So yeah, but I'm gonna catch up with you guys. It's 19:27. Of course you can't see it, but the boat leaves in half an hour, and I've packed everything. Packed freaking everything. I'm happy. So yeah, everything packed and ready. There's just one thing I might need. I think I'm gonna bring the Nintendo Switch with me, basically so that I can play it on the boat, play some Pokemon. Yeah, we need something to do on the boat, guys. We need something, man. We're gonna play some Pokemon on the boat. Yeah, it's 3 hours, guys, and I just can't wait until the boat arrive at the dock and the boys come and pick me up with their boat. It's gonna be so much fun, and yeah, we are ready to go. Let's go.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say, baby, before you walk away. guy that wanna push you to the side. Another line, another lie, you know. So when I leave you shit on red, and your only cycles in your head, baby, I'm just trying to stay ahead. Ooh.
22:05, getting close. Got the switch right there, and I'm getting really tired. Can't wait to arrive. We're getting really close. I think I'm the only one left on the boat, and as you can see, it's pitch dark outside. The boys are already at the dock waiting for me, so just 10 minutes left and then we're there. Then once we get there, probably gonna drink a couple of beers before we go to bed. We have arrived. Like, this place is completely dead. There's nothing here. Normally the boat stops closer to where I'm supposed to be, but since this was the last ferry, it didn't stop there, so it put me off here. So the boys are coming over here to pick me up, and like, look at this place. Like, I might die soon. There has to be a serial killer up in these woods. I'm sure of it, but
dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Bara dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Bara dansa, bara dansa. Jag tog en pilla. Hon blev så stilla. Kan du klippa det? Ja. Kan du klippa det? Det kommer helt från, okej? Tveklöst på sommardag, 300 000 hjärtslag. Banka, banka, banka för dig. Tveklöst på en sommardag, 300 000 hjärtslag. Banka, banka, banka för dig. Dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Bara dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Bara dansa, bara dansa. Dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Bara dansa, dansa, dansa med mig. Bara dansa, bara dansa.
Fuck yeah. Boys, etter badepose. Kom igjen da.
etter badepose.
Hjemlig våte sixpacker.
Nå er det for real.
Vent da.
Shit.
Der ja, der ser vi.
Ja, det er skikkelig sixpack.
Fuck yeah.
Det er jo faen meg. Det var nice. Jævlig deilig å svømme litt da. Det er bare alkohol som gjør at det ikke er kaldt.
Wet ass!
Hvis jeg pisser nå, det er god.
Jeg skal også pisse. Men boys, kan vi alle... Fuck yeah, boys.
Men det viktigste er at siden du er kameramann, Yngve, nå, så må vi kalle det for Calvin.
Ja.
For alle kameramann, de heter Calvin.
Er det sånn character? Land. Precis sånn. Land. Solol. Man, nå er dagen over all.
Okay, people, that was day 1. Now we are going to sleep for the day, and we have an exciting day in front of us tomorrow. So, good night.
Good night.
See you guys tomorrow. Good morning, people. It's the next day, and as you just saw, it's a freaking beautiful day outside. Now we are going to take the boat and we're going to do some wakeboarding. Have a good time. So, see you guys on the boat.
Det er meg og Tarjei da, Chris.
Hæ?
Det er meg og Tarjei.
Å, dere er så søte gutter!
Du må i hvert fall ha bensin.
Ja, du skal få spille Maple Story etterpå.
Har du tatt 50 på tatoveringen, så den ikke falmer?
Er det en greie?
Ja. 50 på potatisen.
Nei, det var ikke det. Du skal bare dra til det.
Du må ta just a tip. Ja.
Lille Tommy henger fast her.
Han heter Maggie. Chungi.
Maggie. Ok, rett i trynet på han der gutten der borte.
Shot.
Nå meg! Sigurd!
It was the last minute.
Nu jag bara ska mista.
Nej. There we go, motherfuckers.
Every time I close my eyes, I see a vision of you standing there. Even when we're miles apart, I feel you dancing at my feet. I can't seem to breathe without you close. I need to know that you are here. Wrap my arms around you, dancing to the rhythm your heart beats. Deep into the night we stay. Blinded by the lights we sway.
Nei! Great content!
Now we are going to the store to buy some beers and burgers for tonight.
Og så må du koble av.
As you just saw, wakeboarding. Could not do it at all. Yeah, selvfølgelig. Could not do it at all. So, pretty sad. Cheers.
Seeing a kaleidoscope of us in color. Kaleidoscope to turning in me. Seeing a kaleidoscope. Deep into the night we stay. Blinded by the lights we sway. Blood coming from the heat. Seeing a kaleidoscope of us in color. Kaleidoscope to turning in me.
Okay, boys. So the situation so far, we are out drinking at the bonfire. We're having such a good time. As you just saw from the previous clips, I just took a shotgun and I teached all the boys how to shotgun. Everyone has been shotgunning. It's been so fun. I love the shotgun. It's so fun, and yeah, just finally feels like a vacation. I'm having such a good time. So just gonna enjoy this Saturday, and then tomorrow we're leaving home, taking the ferry back home to Bergen, and then we have to go back to work to Monday, which sucks, but damn, I'm having such a good time and I'm loving this. So just gonna go back, enjoy the time with the boys, and I'll see you guys soon.
Sånn. It's a squirter! It's a squirter! Og så må vi lage hullet litt større, sant? Så nå har vi shotgun klar. Så nå må du bare åpne...
Dette er tutorial.
Så du må bare åpne toppen der.
Du er ferdig nå?
Det er shotgunners.
Oi, oi, oi.
Faen, det gikk fort når du lager studiøl. Det var gøy. Ja, men vanligvis har jeg bare gjort sånn, og så tar det rett opp.
It's a Saturday night, it's 10 o'clock. My two roommates, they are out going for a drink. I actually was a young, responsible man today. I stayed at home. I didn't join them with drinking. Since I drank so much on the vacation last week with the boys, I decided I need a weekend where I can just chill at home, get a good night's sleep, get some shit done. So I am back from the trip, had a very good time, and yesterday I had a leg day and I filmed some of it, so I'm gonna show you that leg day in edit. Probably it won't be that exciting because I didn't have anyone to film for me, so I just had to put down the camera. So I'm just gonna put on some music, do some zoom effects, and then after the leg day session you're about to see, I'm gonna answer those questions I got in the comment section from my last video, which has a lot to do with programming and how to evaluate how many sets a week you should do in each muscle group. So stay tuned if you want to watch that.
What you up to the college when they watched? I took it upstairs, the bathroom mirror. Brush my hair, staring at a young disciple. I like to what the ghost do. Yeah, man, growing them bones. Hoping my ace get his case thrown. His girl ain't wait for him. She ain't well straight hoeing. Why you looking at centerfolds? A pretty girl
Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that leg day. We had like a heavy top set with 6 reps with 142.5 kilos with 3 reps in reserve, and I also do reverse pyramid training now on the main exercises like squat, bench, deadlift, and pull-ups and barbell rows, which I found a lot of fun, which is what I do this training block. But now to the topic I was going to talk about. So a subscriber of mine from Germany, actually, he had a couple of questions in the last video, and for me to type it on a computer, answer him that way, it wouldn't be as personal, and I want to go a little bit in depth and answer these questions as best as I possibly can. So I have the questions here. His name is Julian Moore. I'm probably not saying that correctly because he's from Germany. So before I answer all of these questions, I'm just gonna give you guys a link in the description down below where there is something called Renaissance Periodization Hypertrophy Hub. That's basically where I read up on everything I do in my programming, and that's how I decide how many sets a week I do, how I figured out how many sets a week I'm supposed to do on each body part. So as I go through these questions, and if there's anything you want to know or wonder about or thinking about, just go to that link and they have like a guide for every single muscle. Like they have a guide for tricep. You can click that, you can see how many sets the average person should do for maximal growth, how much you should do for maintaining, and blah blah blah. They have all of this in this hypertrophy hub. So just click in the link down in the description below and they have one for every single body part. They even have one for glutes, one for forearms, one for shoulders, one for traps, one for chest, back. You get it. So I'm just gonna start answering this question from our subscriber from Germany. So awesome that people from Germany watch this video. So Julian, I'm gonna answer a question. So the first question he has is how do you track your sets? Maybe you have a simple and intuitive way. This is very simple. The way I track my sets, I basically just count how many sets of direct chest work. For example, if I'm counting the sets on my chest, I just count how many sets I do in 1 week, and then I type it down, and then let's say, okay, this week I have 16 sets a week. And the way I do things is that I plan my programming. When I do my programming, I plan in advance, and I have normally around 6 weeks, and then I deload. So I start off at a very low amount of sets. Like for example, for chest I start with 14 sets, then I increase it to 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And basically what I do is that I start at a low amount where I still will grow and my body will get a lot of stimulus from it because I just had a dealer week, and then I increase the stimulus, increase it until I have reached the top, which is called maximum recoverable volume. Like it's the most amount of sets you physically can recover from. And after you've done so much work, you just have to deload. And then people might ask, how do you figure that out? Again, if you go to the link in the description, for example for chest, you push the chest hypertrophy guide, and there is a range that shows you what the maximum recoverable volume is, the minimum effective volume, and all those things. You should just go in there, read, because it's different for everyone, but the way you find this out, you just have to try out yourself. If you, let's say you start off with doing 35 sets of chest in a week, 2 times a week, like you spread out in 2 sessions. Probably what will happen is you will get so freaking sore in your chest that you won't recover for the next session. You will also start to get weaker in the next session because you won't recover. Basically just have to find the right amount where you're able to recover and still perform on the next chest session. Like you're slowly getting stronger. You might get a little bit sore after the session, but then you're good to the next one. And what I found when, let's say when I start with 14 sets a week, after I've done day 1, I will get a little bit sore, then it heals to the next session, then I will do that and I will still get a little bit sore. When I increase to 16 set, I will still get a little bit sore in the chest, but not too much. And then since I continuously increase the amount of sets, I will always get a little bit sore in the chest, but not too much. And that's basically a way for me to notice that I actually am stimulating the chest enough. But again, I've been experimenting with this a lot, and for example my legs, they need very little amount of volume to grow. Like if I, for my hamstrings for example, if I do 4 sets with proper technique on stiff-legged deadlifts, I will get extremely sore, and I don't have to do a lot of sets for my legs at all. But now on to question number 2. Okay, when you increase the sets for weakened body part, do you decrease something else to avoid overtraining? Okay, so very good question. Short answer for this one, yeah, I do. If you want some muscles to grow faster than others, you have to prioritize. You have to maybe do a little bit less sets on these body parts and a little bit more on this, because you have to be able to recover from this. You can only recover for so much. So if, for example, if you want to focus on your upper body, if you do a little bit less sets on your legs, like a little bit less squats, deadlifts, those heavy exercises, then probably you can do a little bit more volume on the upper body. Okay, next question. If you do not decrease, are you set up every program with a body part focus? For example, increase all tricep sets with 1/2 in your PPL program to prioritize the tricep, and then in the next program the legs. What would you suggest is a good number that I can add to a body part if I want to focus one part? Okay, a pretty long question right there, but yeah, basically for me, because you can't focus on every single thing in one training program. You focus on something. So for example, for me right now, I focus a bunch on my chest and my arms in this training block, so which means I will go to the maximum recoverable volume for chest and arms. And then for example, my legs, I compete in men's physique, my legs don't show at all, and my legs grow pretty fast, so I just remove a lot of sets from my legs, but I do still have enough sets to grow the legs, but they will grow way slower since I do fewer sets than the other muscle groups. So basically what you want to do is you want to prioritize some muscle groups that are lagging, and then you increase the sets until you reach the maximum recoverable volume for those, and then on the other muscle groups you don't want to prioritize, you still want to do enough sets to grow, but you don't have to push it to the maximum recoverable volume. You can keep it down here to the minimum effective volume, which is the least amount of sets you need to grow that muscle. He also asked, what would you suggest is a good number that I can add to a body part if I want to focus on one part? I can't answer that because it's different for every person, but again, if you go to the link in the description down below, click that and then click in on the muscle group you want to see how many sets you should do, and then you can see what they recommend and you can try yourself to see right there, because this is different for everyone. Someone with, like for me, I have very good genetics for my legs, which is why they don't need a lot of sets to grow, but someone who doesn't have the same genetics as me on the legs, they probably will need more sets to grow. So for example, a big example of mine is that my chest is very lagging and I'm extremely weak at the bench press. Like I can do 6 reps with 100 kilos, which means when I train my chest I don't use a lot of weight. So basically I think that's why I can do so many sets on my chest, because I'm not that strong, so it's not as taxing for my body to train chest like it is for example to train my legs, where I can do a lot more weight. Okay, so hopefully that answered your questions. Just a short and quick walkthrough of these questions, like this. Basically, also one thing I want to tell you guys is, you see how I program, and you know I talk about the amount of sets every single week, and I start low and then I increase and blah blah blah, and I vary my program every 6 weeks and make new training blocks. And you don't have to make it that complicated. You can, for example, find like a right amount of sets. For example, if you find 14 is a sweet spot for you, then you can just do 14 sets every single week, and as long as you keep getting stronger, and once you feel you need a deload, and you deload. You don't have to complicate things as I do. I'm just very passionate about these things. I've done a lot of research, I've been doing a lot of trial and error, and I really love this shit, which is why I use so much time on it. But don't complicate things, just stick to the basics, get stronger over time, eat your protein, stay in a caloric surplus if you want to get stronger or get bigger, and then once you want to cut, go into a slight caloric deficit until you reach the body fat percentage you want to stay at. But I want to thank you guys so much for the support. The subscriber count keeps rising, and that's so motivating for me, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give the video a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. With that being said, see you guys in the next video.